So to do these piecewise defined functions like this, we want to think about the joining or the breaking point, and certainly between at -1 there's a breaking point, and then at 2 there's a breaking point. Okay, so what I do when I'm doing these, I certainly graph it. You did the first part correct. I mean, that's the horizontal line, y equals 3, and it's filled in at -1 on that part of it. And then for the next part, we're going to substitute in, because -1 is a breaking point, we're going to substitute in the -1 in for x and see what it would be if that's where we use that function. So I'm seeing +2 plus 1 is 3. So what I would have, and sometimes my open math it's hard, what you got to do is try to get an open circle on top of that filled in circle, and then you'll draw it down to this -2 part. The other aspect where you went astray is this says when x is greater than, I'm sorry, for the other part, when x is less than or equal to 2, then it's going to be that. But when x equals 2, it's -2. And if you do the math, -2 times 2 plus 1 is going to be, and that's wrong. So what we have to worry about here is these points where we change the graph. But this is the piecewise defined function, as you know. So we want to see what's happening between when x is -1. We know to the left of -1, or at -1, we have what you drew is this horizontal line. It's a filled-in dot. And then what we need to do for the next part is, okay, what would this function would be if x is -1? So I said, let's drop -1 in that equation. And I got +3, which tells me I'm going to have an open circle right on top of that filled-in circle. And my open math, sometimes it's hard to do, I'll admit. But technically that's where it should be. Now on the other end, it's at 2, and we're supposed to be using this function when x equals 2. So when I drop in 2 into that equation, I'm going to get -3. So where you went wrong here is we should be having at 2, we should be way down here at -3. And so that graph will look something like this. Okay, and then we do the open circle for the other part. It's an open circle, y equals -2, that horizontal line. Okay, so I hope that helps.